Gets right there. It's Lamb. He's out of the races.
The grab, touchdown, Philadelphia.
Robinson walks in. Touchdown, Washington.
And Prescott protected, throws.
And a touchdown from Jackson Dart to little Jordan Humphrey.
Welcome back to the Kings of the East. We just wrapped up week 13. We're going to get into a few of the recaps. Conte's not here with us today, but we got Mahai with the Eagles and Ryan with the Skins here today, and myself with the Cowboys, obviously. And yeah, we'll talk about our games from over the weekend, and we'll get straight into it. We'll start with the Commanders. With Ryan and them, they had a thriller on Monday night against the Broncos and fell short in overtime, but it was a better game than a lot of people expected. So, how'd you feel? How'd you feel about the outcome of that one?
I mean, watching it, it was really weird watching that game. The emotions of seeing the team play the way they played. At the end, it was a little bittersweet to see us lose because it's like, if we win, I love it. If we lose, who's crying about it? It would have been nice to see us get that win just for the brotherhood of that team. Really loving what I saw from the team. I think guys went out there and showed what we're capable of and what the plan was. Got a few key pieces back as far as getting a Terry McLaurin back. And in my opinion, I feel like what we wanted Noah Brown to be, getting a big body receiver in Traylon Burks, who could just be a presence out there. I think that that was really important to have that look on the field with a Terry McLaurin, a Deebo Samuel, and a 6'2 plus receiver on the opposite side, whether that's Traylon Burks or Noah Brown. Lastly, defensively, I love what I saw, from the run defense. The run defense really buckled down. They started to look how they looked early in the season when our guys were together and everything. But in a nutshell, man, I'm just really happy about how the team fought. I'm really happy about how the team fought in spite of the guys that we don't have. So I'm just looking forward to us playing like this for the rest of the way. And for the people that's banking for a top 10 pick, well, I think it's inevitable for us to get a top 10 pick with, 9-10 losses right now? 9 losses?
3-9.
Yeah, so one more loss, we probably guarantee the top 10 pick. So, yeah, I think we're going to see this a lot more. And I think a few of these games we're going to steal. So,
Okay. So I think I agree with you on what you said at the end of that. I think y'all are going to be a lot of spoiling a lot of teams' success this season, maybe even their
yeah,
playoff hopes as well. So I liked what
yeah.
I saw as well. I think Mariota ran the show the way he was supposed to. He made a bonehead play in the first quarter, I believe it was the first quarter. But outside of that, he didn't look too bad, honestly. Like he was doing what he was supposed to do, and like you said, defense buckled down the run. DBs didn't look too bad for real. Evan Ingram, he popped off a couple times because of older play at the middle linebacker. But other than that, y'all wasn't looking too bad at all on both sides of the ball. It was pretty well balanced. I like both showings, and like you said, I think y'all can if y'all continue to play like this for the rest of the season, definitely not showing like tanking culture or anything like that. Especially if you're bringing your QB1 back as well. So if y'all can continue playing like this the end of the season and trickle it into next season, y'all future looking all right, especially since, like you said, you don't got all your guys. So, look good without all your guys. So, I think once you get them back, should look even better. I was proud of y'all, little brass. All right, that's over with. Well, what you think, my
Nah, I mean, it was a good game. It was definitely one of the better games of the weekend. I do think Dan Quinn calling your defense should have been a call that was made earlier in the season. I think they just look more prepared, and that could be because more players are back. But it just looked like a better unit. It was more bend, don't break, don't give up the big play. But yeah, I'm nothing on y'all competing for the rest of the year though. I think it's just.
Mm.
I think it's just. I don't think you're gonna be playing spoilers. I don't know if Jaden's gonna come back either. I gotta see if they lose this next one without him. I don't know. They might hold out on him. That's my opinion. And if he do come back, I got him coming back for like a game or two. I can't see him.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't play this game, it's only a game or two left.
It's
So
5 games left, including this one.
Yeah,
yeah, if he don't
so
play Minnesota, but I saw he was a limited participant, so hey, he may play. But
yeah.
yeah, nah, y'all are definitely a better team with Jaden, and so y'all just gave one of the better defenses in the league some good run. So I think you can see what that offense potentially could have looked like
Yeah,
if it was
for
healthy.
sure. My last question on this game was, Ryan, how did you feel about Terry Sean? We know how you felt about him in the past. You know, he's back from an
Yeah.
injury, went for 7 catches and my bad, I thought I had the stats
96
up.
yards.
96
Seven
yards
catches, 96 yards.
and a
I
tug.
mean, yeah. I mean, I'm definitely happy about what I saw. You know, it's consistent, which he's always been, and consistent is what I thought he was going to be this year, but still not that like top tier, like game stopper type of guy, but
Mhm.
consistency. You know what I mean? So you know, yeah, Terry is Terry. You know, I know I
Mm.
joke say he trashed. You know, I'm joking saying he trash. He ain't
I
trash,
know,
but
I
it's
know.
like, he's consistent. He's a consistent receiver that we needed back. You know, we needed consistency at that receiver position. So I mean, yeah, I was happy for what I saw, but was it something to make me change my opinion on? I wish we would have. And when I say I wish we would have got rid of him, it's not I wish we would have got rid of him just to not have him, but to be right here in this position right now and to be looking at 10 draft picks next year, like premium picks, I'd be a little excited right now. You got a top 10 pick, and then you mess around and have a like late 20 pick from the Patriots or something. It could have been special, but you know, hey, we're here now. I'm excited to see what he looks like, for the rest of the year. I'm excited to see what decisions we make, and what decisions are made in some other places to change our receiver group. So, yeah.
Okay. No, I definitely feel that. I definitely feel that. Yeah, it's gonna be a good end of the year for the Manders. Feel like all the fans shouldn't be as down and out about their team, despite the record. I get y'all lost a lot in a row, but it's looking bright. It's not dark at the end of the tunnel. You feel me? So that's something to look forward to. But we'll move on to the Eagles game. The Eagles lost to the Bears on Black Friday at the crib in the black uniforms, and yeah, they just dropped two straight. They lost 24-15 to Caleb and them, and yeah. What's your thoughts on that game? Talk to us.
My thoughts on the game is not like many Eagles fans. Like I wasn't mad at Kevin Patula. I watched that game back, and truly solely the main reason we lost that game was Jalen Hurts, and it
Hold
was just
on.
it was a bad game from Jay Hurts. It was a lot of plays out there to be had, man. Two touchdowns that he missed on. Obviously, there
Mm-hmm.
was a miscommunication with Smitty. We saw that on the Hard Knocks episode,
Yeah.
and he missed Dallas Goddard as well on that up the seam. So I think KP he that game was a lot diverse. Like he didn't run the normal stuff we ran. There was a lot of crossers. There was a lot of man beaters. It was 7 routes. Like there was variety. It wasn't the normal hitch go ball, and that's all you
Mm-hmm.
have from Philly. And even our run game, like I felt better about it to start the game. Saquon had 3 carries, 24 yards in the first quarter, and we were getting. I mean, total for the whole rushing yards, we were getting 5 yards a carry, but we weren't able to stick to it because of silly turnovers and self-inflicted wounds on our end. And the defense got dominated too. I will say Chicago ran the ball down our throat, but you can't. What can you ask from a defense that was on the field for 40 minutes in a 60-minute football game? Like you got to get off the field. We can't let them drive a yard down the field and then come out and get a 3-and-out. Like our defense was out there way too long. So um, yeah, it was a nasty game. Offense left a lot of points out there, man. A lot of points. Missed 2 field goals, touchdowns was left out there. So yeah, I'm not like Philly. I saw some optimism in the offense. I like what I saw in certain parts of the game. Jay Hirsch has got to be sharper, and do I expect him to be sharper? For sure. So yeah, that's really what I took out that game, man. I think Jalen Hurts sold us. Man. It happens. How you gonna bounce back?
Hmm. Okay. That was a strong output. I didn't expect that one, Ryan. What about you?
I mean, hey man, the Eagles got to show that they could be consistent. You know what I mean? I think that losing the game, these two games that they lost, these were two very, very bad losses. You cannot lose these type of games the way you lost them during this time. Like once it started to get cold and you can't stop the run, yeah, that's not good. Do I think that's going to be a consistent thing for you guys? I hope not. For you all's sake, because it's going to be if you're looking at a team in Detroit, you're looking at different teams. You may see Chicago again. Like these NFC teams can run the ball, and now with it being a problem on offense, you can't have the problem of not being able to stop the run if you can't score. So it's not like the old Cowboys where they couldn't stop the run and then but we gonna score this many points. You just can't. This is the worst time for that to be your identity. So yeah, they got a lot of soul searching. I feel like not soul searching, but more so like kind of recalibrating and really bringing it back together. And really getting back to their old ways, but you haven't seen it all year, so they're gonna have to dig right like back to next year, And I don't see that happening. I think this is gonna be like that year. Can't think of the year, but when y'all went up to
23?
Tampa Bay, lost. Yeah, went out into Tampa Bay, lost round one because it's just kind of went down. So that's how I feel where the Eagles are right now. Do I still think they win the division? Yeah, I do think they still win the division, but. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's going to be tough for them in the playoffs.
No, I agree with you if we're giving up 280, but I mean, them teams you just named, we played all them and they didn't get those yards rushing. So I really would put this game as an anomaly more than a consistent factor, but we'll see as the season progresses. But I don't think run defense will be an issue with us. It really hasn't since N'Kobe came back. So
I mean, I don't know, man. Y'all allowed 2 rushers for over 125
that was
yards.
bad. It
Like
was bad for sure.
that's bad. Like, I know you was talking about how offense can't lead the defense on the field that long, but they was kind of leaving themselves on the field too, allowing that much rushing yards and with the time just clicking away. So I see what you're saying. I see both sides, but a lot was on Jalen Hurts and your defense this game for real. Like your
For
defense
sure.
was getting pushed around, bro. And Caleb, he made some plays too, even on that rolling to the left. Throw it to I think it was Cole Kmet. That touchdown was tough. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I gotta give it to him. Like he made some
He's
plays out
bad,
there.
man. Yeah,
He's not all
I
that.
was
I'm
high.
just
I
saying
was
he made a
high on
play.
him. I was my fault. I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was really high on him, but then like sitting back and watching that game, like he is gonna be what holds that team back. Like
Yeah.
he's just too like he don't make the routine plays. He's like a pressing to make the big play, but like just
Yeah.
Ben Johnson, I think in his offense, and mind you, that's another thing I will say. They arguably got the best play caller in football.
Most
Even his
definitely.
even his run schemes, like he really was like he out coached Vic
He was
Fangio.
playing chess for sure.
Yeah, nah, he's raw, so I will give him that. But Caleb, like I don't know, like I was high on him to start the season, but like I watched a couple of the games. He just does like nut stuff every once in a while. Like it just have a brain fart. But hey,
Yeah, yeah. He definitely
definitely
he definitely made some bonehead plays, but like I really liked what I saw from that touchdown. Just rolling to the left, throwing to the left like that is it's pretty hard to do right-handed. So, and he put it on the money too. So, and it was a third down as well. It was a big play. So I really liked that. I just wanted to highlight that one play. But other than that, yeah, I think this game was definitely on both sides of the ball. I think this was one of the first games you could say that it was on both sides of the ball. A lot of times when y'all losing, the defense was holding it down and offense couldn't make nothing shake. So yeah, I don't know, man. Going into next game is gonna be rough. Hope we're gonna keep watching Hard Knocks, seeing how your coach is handling it. But that was gonna be my last question. How you feeling about your head coach and him having your offense coordinators back after all these games with down offensive games?
I mean, I just honestly, it. I don't see a reason for a switch, honestly, because like this late into the season, who we gonna switch to? Nick Sirianni ain't called plays for us in 3 years, so
It's a good point.
it's like
You gotta have a plan for it if you're gonna do it.
changing the offense this late in the season. It's more like execute versus like changing it, because there's plays out there. You cut the film on, you see it every week on ESPN. Anywhere you see breakdowns like that, there is plays out there. We're not executing, and at some point we gotta stop trying to scapegoat KP and just talk about the players on the field. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm off that. I've told y'all. I said a couple episodes ago. I'm off that. Fire KP, man. He's made enough adjustments to win games, and we just ain't make plays. So I feel good moving forward. I'm not too worried because we got a 2-10 Raiders coming up, 2 3-9 games against them Commanders, and we do got a tough game against the Bills left. But going into
At
this
the
week,
Bills too.
yeah, no, that's gonna be some bump. I ain't gonna lie, that's gonna be good bump. But I like this stretch, man. I gotta see where we at. We got, like you said, soul searching is damn near the right word to say. They do gotta get that shit right. Like we coming down to the stretch run, and
And I do got something for that too.
what's up?
And that was the thing, like what Avery mentioned about playing spoiler. I think we're gonna be a spoiler, and we're gonna make somebody's Christmas because those two Eagle games, what you guys have shown in that Bears game, that you what I feel like is a problem, and playing against the Chargers is another good test on the ground to see. One thing that we do well, whether whoever is at quarterback, is we run the ball well, and I feel like the Broncos are very similar to you guys offensively, as far as having a quarterback who can get the job done, but really doesn't get the job done too much. I just think Bo Nix gets more like, oh my God, he's so great because he's younger. My biggest thing is going into those two games. I think those are two games where it's a divisional game, where they are going to be super competitive, especially if a Jayden Daniels comes back. You guys are not the same team that you once were, and that's something. And early in the season, when I thought like, oh yeah, man, the Eagles going to win the division and da 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 da. At this point, bro, it's like going into this game healthy. I like our chances in both games, but we here, and I still like us in these games, but of course I don't feel like we'll get both. But I think both games would be very important for y'all to get. So out of
The
the
first
three
one for
games
sure.
that we
I think
have
the first
against
one for sure.
the Cowboys, Eagles, and Eagles, we're getting 2 out of those 3. So whether that's 2 against the Eagles and we lose to the Cowboys, or Cowboys, Eagles, and we lose 1 to the Eagles, like I said, we're gonna play spoiler for somebody, and it's gonna be Christmas for another. So, I mean, yeah,
My
Okay.
only rebuttal, and I'll leave it at this, is like I feel you. Like last year, it ain't last year's team. It's this year's team. And I mean, like when you look around the NFC, I really don't think there's a team you could look at and be like, oh, they don't got no holes. Like I think everyone has something they need to be fixing headed towards the playoffs, and it's like
has that been a thing though? I feel like this year has been an anomaly in the NFC. Like,
no,
there's
no, no.
not
This year,
one
yeah,
team-
this year is just this year. That's what I'm saying. So like,
Oh,
as
yeah,
an Eagle,
yeah.
as an Eagles fan, like you right, it ain't last year's team, but I'm looking like what we got on paper versus like what I see in the rest of this league. Like I still like even playing mediocre, we are 8-4. Played against the best teams in the league, so I'm thinking in my head like it's really only one team clear cut that I'm like, all right, if we play them, they probably the favorite in the game, and that's the Rams. But other than that, like
Yeah.
the whole NFC got holes. So
I think I would definitely say the Rams. I wouldn't call them a juggernaut, but I would say they don't have holes though. Like,
them DBs,
Y'all
though,
still not high on the Seahawks?
I don't trust Sam Donald, bro.
that's all it comes down to.
I just don't trust him, man.
But them DBs in LA, the Panthers exposed something, and we did earlier in the year. Like, yeah, I still think that's their weakness. Forbes, yes, it's still their weakness. He's playing better, but that's still a weakness.
I mean, the other day
That's
he
one
was
game
champ.
out of.
The other day he was Champ Bailey, so I'm just trying.
I mean, dude, corners have bad games, bro. I don't feel like we've seen him consistently stat bad games, so I think that's. I don't think he's the old Forbes anymore. It's a bad game, but hey, we see it again. It might bring up the conversation, but we'll move on to them boys. You know what I'm saying? Week 13 matchup against the Chiefs, and yeah, they came into our crib. They was wearing. We seen Rasheed Rice and Xavier Worthy wearing cowboy hats and boots and stuff. Think they look sweet and stuff. And we seen that. You know, we took offense to that. We took it personally. You feel me? And we started the game up slow. But that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? We like adversity. We deal with adversity. We get through it. And yeah, we came on top. I really liked the way my offense looked. Dak made that one mistake, but everything else was pretty good. Of course, we lucked out with the dropped interception and whatnot. I don't care. You can nitpick on things like that, but Dak looked great throughout the game. Like he definitely had two, maybe three bad plays, but other than that, we were rolling against a pretty good defense. You guys were telling me about, and I know I come on here and be like. I just don't think they're strapped like that about all these teams and whatnot. I say that because my offense is just like that. Like, I know these teams might have good defenses, but to my offense, it's not a good defense because of the players we have. Like, we're just still going to torch you. I don't know. Like, the Chiefs ain't allowed all the stuff they allowed all year until they played us. Like, they ain't seen 30 put up on them in I don't know how long. So, just saying, it's a little different when it comes to us. So when I'm popping my stuff, talking about the other teams and whatnot, just hey, proof's in the pudding. So and I don't think it's gonna start rolling. And now I'll get to my defense. So my people kept telling me Mahomes is gonna do this, do that, and he had his magic out there. Don't get me wrong, but we had him rattled all day. Like there was a lot of coverage. You can suck your teeth all you want. I've seen a lot of coverage sacks. I've seen a lot of trying to figure out who's open, and there's a reason for that. They were covered. It wasn't like open sesame out there like it's been from week 1 to week 10. We have better guys back there in the secondary now doing their jobs. I'm not saying they're locked. I'm not saying they're strapped, but they're playing a lot better than they have been before. And it attributes to the new acquisitions we got in Quentin Williams and Logan Wilson. And everyone's helping everyone. The pass rush is helping the guys on the back end. But on all of our sacks that we got, we only rushed 4. We didn't convert any sacks off blitzes. So that tells me we played some pretty good coverage in the back end. Mahomes had time to throw the ball. They just weren't open. So I think we played pretty good defense. And on top of that, in the middle of the game, made them punt 4 times in a row. Like in one of those possessions, they converted a 4th down. Then they had first down, second down, third down, and went to 4th down again and then got off the field. So I think we looked really good against them, despite Mahomes' magic that he did create throughout the game. He was just making plays. So we got a lot to build up upon. We got the Lions next week, and I'm feeling confident about my team. And it's been hashtag winning out. I'm telling you, we're not losing again. Put it on tape. You can clip it all you want. I don't care. But yeah,
Hey,
that's all I got. What y'all got for me?
I'm gonna do this because I know y'all gonna get into y'all.
I'm not getting into nothing.
This is
Ain't
my
nothing to
thing,
get
bro.
into. They lost to us.
Avery,
You did too.
you talk about the Cowboys offense
Like we hate
like we don't say the exact same things. Now, and please let me finish. Please let me finish.
I don't say that. I'm just.
The Cowboys offense is potent. And we've been saying this since week 1. And also a few weeks ago I said if they get a game change on defense, look out. Okay? So understand. The things that you're telling us is what we've been telling you. Now, as far as I'm not even going to talk about the offense too much because, like I said, the offense is potent. They did what they did. 31 points is a normal thing for the Cowboys offense. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, there are extreme improvements, and I feel like the number one improvement is Quentin Williams. Quentin Williams and a Kenny Clark and an Osa. You got those 3 guys rotating on your interior. You know, I know that's helping Overshown a lot because it's removing a lot of the deficiencies that he may have in his game right now. Having those 3 guys on that interior are going to make a huge impact, and they have been making a huge impact on the Cowboys team as a whole. Now, moving forward, I think this team is primed to stay alive until the end. But do I feel like they went out? I don't know if they went out. And I don't even have to look at the schedule to say I feel like they went out because the Cowboys will lose a game to anybody when they shouldn't lose it. You know what I mean? So I still think there are still some issues as far as the defense is concerned. At the end of the day, Mahomes had 4 touchdowns. You know, he had 260 yards and a 129 pass rate. Like that, we can't overlook the fact that he had that, right? So
I said he made his magic. I said that.
all I'm saying is I think the Cowboys put themselves too deep in the hole, If they won a couple of those games that they lost, the Panthers, the Cardinals, games like that, I think they're winning the division. But right now, being a game back, I don't know what the tie does. If
Game
it's
and a half.
Game and a half.
back,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they get the Eagles to go to the playoffs. But hey, do I feel like they've improved 110%. I think they're a great team, and I think it's so sad because if y'all got into the playoffs this year, man,
We are. You gonna see. But I just want to respond to him real quick before you go, Mahad. But I'm not saying that you guys haven't been saying we have a top offense and all that stuff. I just talking about week by week when we were talking about the Chiefs matchup. Everybody was telling me, but this is the Chiefs. You got Nick Sirianni. He's gonna be dialing stuff up, this and that. And I'm just kept telling you, I'm not worried about that. I have number 4. Like we don't care about that. I don't care what defense you throw at him. He's gonna find a way to get on top. If not, he's still gonna have a good day, and that's what
that's
he
great
did. So
confidence. I
that's
mean,
that's where I
congrats
was.
to you.
That's where I was going at when I'm saying like it's not like I was. I know that you guys know we're a good offense, but certain weeks y'all be trying to say certain things are going to happen to throw off that good offense, and it don't be happening. So that's all I was highlighting. But you can go ahead, Mike.
I'm about to say, I don't know if anybody said anything about your offense being bad against the Chiefs. I know we said the Chiefs got a good defense, but we was
That's what
all
I'm talking about.
We're all talking about your defense. That's all we've been talking about for weeks. I don't think anybody has said
Okay.
too much slander. I trolled you when they had them 2 bad games in a row against the Panthers and whatever, and I think that's what you're referring to. But
No, bro, I'm talking about last week when y'all were big upping their defense, and I was telling you, I'm not trying to hear all that. We're going to overcome all that. That's
I
what I'm
feel
talking
you.
about. I'm not saying y'all said anything about our offense. I'm talking about when y'all were talking about their defense, just to make
I
that
feel
clear.
you.
Yeah.
What else I was gonna get at is I wouldn't feel good about the defense coming out of that game. I think your offense won a shootout, and I think that's what you can come out of that with. But the Chiefs, like you said, Mahomes 23-34, 261, 4 tugs. They ran for 23 carries, a buck 20, 5 yards a carry. I mean, I don't see where you feel like your defense was of that big of an upgrade. Honestly, that's probably what the most rushing yards I've given up since you
I
got.
mean, oh, go ahead.
So I like you said, that was a good win. I'm not gonna take that away from y'all. I'm not gonna hate. That's a big win, and y'all needed that to keep y'all playoff hopes alive. And that was a hungry team that went in there. That's why it was a good shootout, and that was big for y'all confidence. But I still wouldn't feel great about this defense and all the changes, because
Okay.
Mahomes was active on Thursday. So yeah, that's all I
I
got.
mean,
Good
that's
win
the
for
only
y'all.
player you can really say for real. Like they weren't really going. It wasn't like I know Rice. He in the
I
first
said,
drive,
Rice.
he had that screen, whatever. But he wasn't like throughout the game. He was not making noise, bro. They had their
Stop.
flashes in the fourth quarter. Don't get me wrong. Mahomes got a lot of them yards from that last Mahomes magic play and whatnot. So
That
and
was
then
worthy.
a lot of their rushing yards came from that Mahomes scrambles as well, where Overshown, got caught up with that lineman, and Mahomes made a play. So a lot of their plays to get down the field were a lot of Mahomes magic, which y'all said was going to happen, which did. But I feel like we overcame, made them work for a lot. We took them to 4th down. I don't know how many times, bro. They even scored a touchdown on 4th down. It wasn't like it was easy pickings out there. So that's why I feel better about my defense because all year has been open season, bro. So we made them work for everything that they got. Of course they got it. Don't get me wrong. 4 touchdowns, all that, but it wasn't easy at all. And that's why I'm higher on my defense because we made them work for it. It wasn't open season out there, man. And that's how it's been, bro. And another thing, you guys don't know, my guy Clayton Carson wasn't out there too. We had the Trapeze Bridges guy out there too. He was the only one really getting picked on, to be honest with you. Again, I put Rebel stats in the chat. I don't remember exactly his numbers, but nobody was at him all day, and then Bland was strapping up too. It was really just the Bridges dude. So once we fill that hole with Carson this week, I think we'll get back to doing even better on the secondary. But I had a feeling they were going to have a pretty decent day when I found out he was playing and
But
Carson was
the
out.
Chiefs don't have OC receivers though. Rasheed Rice is the only OC receiver, and he had 8 catches, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
So,
no, he had a pretty
and
decent day.
his long was 28, so he was evenly getting his catches. So it wasn't like he was.
Yeah, but like you like to say, a lot of it was in garbage time, like you like to say. But I'm telling you, throughout
The
the
game
game,
was a shootout to the end. There was no garbage time. Stop that.
no, I'm talking about as far as them getting passing yards. They weren't getting a lot of passing yards. Again, Mahomes popped out that one joint to get them down the field, which was a running play. Like it wasn't deep long shots and whatnot, besides like when he did his Mahomes magic shit. But like throughout the game, it wasn't like that, bro. But
I mean,
it
that's not
doesn't
been
matter.
his
They did
shit.
what they did. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, I feel like my defense is doing better, did better than y'all give him credit for, despite the stats and everything. But it is what it is. Numbers is there, but I don't look at him as bad as y'all do.
If I say the Chiefs not that big play offense that we used to talk about though. Tyreek Hill, since he left, they're not a deep there. They're methodical. They get first downs. Like that's their offense.
That's what they weren't doing against us though. Like we killed them on the first down thing, and that's why they kept getting to fourth down. Like you have to be a good defense to do that to Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid as well. Which I heard Andy Reid was going to scheme the hell out of us and stuff, and we kept getting them off the field. Again, 4 straight punts from that defense who was ranked number 32 to now. So that's what I'm saying. That's
Gave
improvement.
up 28
And
points. That's their
I
average. Like
get
that's what.
that, bro. I'm just saying you gotta remember one drive was literally 30 yards, bro. It came off of the Dak's pick. It's not like they were driving down the field all game killing us,
We're
bro.
not doing that. We're not
Hey, so
doing that.
listen, we
All
gotta
right,
say
bro.
this though. We gotta give credit when credit is due. The Cowboys are a better team. Like
We said
simple.
that already.
They are a better team, and
Yeah.
this was a statement win for them. Going now we move on to Detroit, which I feel like is another good test for them.
No, I
Hey
did.
man, I think I still had the same sentiments. I think the early losses that y'all had are going to come back to bite you. You literally
Okay.
can't lose one game.
I don't see us losing the game, but we'll see.
I
Time will
feel you.
tell.
I feel you. I feel you. Listen, I
Hey, just
definitely
remember
feel
how
you.
y'all felt 3 weeks ago when we had to face the Eagles and we had to face the Chiefs. Y'all were feeling the same way. So just saying.
I still feel
3
that
weeks
way.
ago, what was
All
I
right,
saying?
that's cool. You literally said you don't see us being these. You said we haven't done anything to prove to show you that we could win these next 2 games. That was before we played the Eagles and
Nah,
the
yeah,
Chiefs.
because you Avery, you know you didn't. You didn't prove
I'm not
anything to show.
disagreeing with that. I'm talking about now.
No, but
Fast forward those two
I'm
games.
talking about the
We
biggest
still haven't proved
impact.
anything to you.
I'm talking about the biggest impact. What I just said, y'all had proved it.
Okay, that's my whole point though. Like you said we didn't prove it before these 2 games, which I agree with. That's cool. All we did
Yeah.
was beat the Raiders, so I'm with you. But then we just beat the Eagles, we just beat the Chiefs. So what do we have to prove to tell you that we can run the table?
Winning
gotta
2
do it.
games
I'm
is
not-
a lot different than winning 7 games straight. Avery, is
I
what I'm
understand.
saying.
I'm just saying those are 2 good teams
So
that are
out of
just in
like
the Super
the
Bowl.
possibility of y'all winning 7 games straight, I'm just like I don't know if you
Okay.
can win 7 games straight.
I'll just ask a question. I understand. Okay.
Yeah, but understand from the jump that trade deadline, the Eagles got to be scared about that.
Next year.
not this year, but because I feel like it's too far.
And that's
gone.
just where we feel indifferent. I still feel like we have a
I
chance this
said
year.
that though.
Y'all don't.
I think Dallas made these moves to start the season. They would be.
Yeah, I know you said that.
But
Yeah, for sure.
And even back when you said that after we made the trade, you said you feel like those trades are going to set us up for next year's sweep for sure. I agree, but I also back then said I feel like we can still make noise this year. I think we're going to continue to do that, and only time will tell. We're going to see, man. But that's a wrap for Week 13 recaps. Y'all check us out tomorrow or when we talk about this Thursday night game against the Lions and a couple of our NFC matchups. And make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe. Hit that button, man. It don't cost you nothing. But yeah, we'll see y'all again next time. We out.